Hey guys, what's up? If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. My name is Indigo, and today I kind of want to talk about I want to go into a little bit more about me being the villain, because I feel like in that last video I was very much accusatory without giving myself space and grace to understand why I have been making the choices that I've been making. And in this instance in particular, it is very much a trauma response, which I understand a little bit better now, just after some deep reflection and going back into the past a little bit. And I have to learn to give myself more grace with that, because I'm a person. I'm growing, I'm changing, I'm learning to be better, and I don't think it's such a good idea to demonize myself, especially because this is a very vulnerable time for me, and I'm doing new things. I'm learning what it means to choose myself, and I've never done this before. I've never put myself first, and I feel like for the first time I actually am, and it's there's messiness in the art of putting myself first, because again, like I said, it's the first time. I've never done it. I don't know how to do it yet, and so I don't want to demonize me for my reaction. I think I want to look on it more from a place of love and understanding, just so that I can be better and do better in the future, right? So I did end up, like I said, kind of telling my roommates last minute that I wanted to leave. I didn't understand everything that was being triggered up emotionally underneath the surface. And one of the things that was happening was the one roommate in particular that just really rubs me the wrong way. I don't know if she realizes it, but she very much, the ways that she talks to me in particular, I'm not going to speak for how she talks to other people, but how she was talking and dealing with me was very much she was trying to talk to me like I'm an errant child, and that I need to be spoken to as if I don't know what I'm doing, as if I don't know what I'm saying, where I'm coming from. It's just very much this I'm better than you type of attitude that she brought to conversations. And I say that because of just I look back on some of the messages that she was sending, whenever she had an issue, and it was just one of those, well, I've already told you that this is how I like things to be done, so why aren't you doing them type of way. And I don't like that, because that's how my mom's ex-husband used to talk to me. It very much triggered up and put me back into the place of living under the roof with them. And I'm not gonna lie, the very first time that it happened, I shut down. I feel that was the moment for me that I was yeah, no, something is off here. And I didn't know what it was at the time, but I was yeah, something is off here, so I'm just really cool off of you. And the incident, that first incident was, not gonna lie, I kind of messed up my toilet in the bathroom, and I couldn't use it for a while, and the landlord couldn't get to fix it immediately, so I kind of had to share a bathroom with them for a little bit, with her and the other roommate, because they shared and I had my own. But anyway, yeah, I had to share a bathroom with them for a bit. And when I lived with my mom and her ex-husband, he very much was one of those people that he liked everything to be a particular way. And one of his oddities that he would absolutely just grind his fucking gears was a toilet seat being put down. And so I had to leave the toilet seat up. We had to wipe down the counters after we if I wash my hands and a splash or two of water happened to get on the sink, I had to go in, take a napkin, wipe that down. I could not have any trash in my bathroom, because if I did, it was going to be an issue. I literally got yelled at for having one solitary napkin in my trash can in the bathroom when I lived with these people. So that's where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming from that kind of craziness, that kind of ridiculousness when it comes to this kind of thing. So, and I lived with them for years. So like at this point, leaving the toilet seat up is just a part of life for me. And so switching over to here, I guess it would happen to be a problem with her, with my roommate. And rather than her just saying like, hey, we like to leave the toilet seat down for this particular reason, she instead told me this story about her cat getting into the toilet when she was a baby or whatever. She told me that Remy, which is the cat's name, liked to get into the toilet when she was little, and so like they started keeping the toilet seat down back then, and da 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 da. In my head, I'm not really thinking like that's her way of asking me to put the toilet seat down. I'm just like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? I get that. That's kind of weird, but like I get it. Whatever. And I did use the bathroom a couple of times after that, and like I tried to remember to like keep the toilet seat down, but I'm not gonna lie, like I said, I've lived for years with this man who liked the toilet seat to be up, and it just so happened that I used the bathroom this one time, left the toilet seat up, and rather than, you know, just putting the toilet seat down, because it's not that big of a deal, it's just a fucking toilet seat, and the cat is older now, and I've had my bathroom door open, baby ain't never tried to jump in the toilet in, but whatever. Rather than her just like coming up and being like, hey, my cat kind of likes to get into the toilet, or my cat used to get into the toilet, and like she doesn't do it now, but just in case she ever has the urge, we would like to keep the toilet seat down. Rather than saying something like that, it was giving me this story, and again, in my head, this is like a cute little story. I remember to try, but I'm a person, I'm deconstructing from a lot of abuse, and this abuse lasted over years. So like I said, I wasn't really thinking. I'm still in my head, not necessarily in the situation, but I still walk around in life as if I am. Left the toilet seat up, and she sent me this nasty ass text message about leaving the toilet seat making sure that I put the toilet seat down, and da 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 da. Baby, that was the last time I ever used the bathroom. I made sure from that day forward, because I think my toilet was still messed up for like another like week or so after that. I made sure that I went to the bathroom at work before I ever came home. And like when I say made sure, like right before I was leaving the house, like right before I was leaving work, I made sure to use the bathroom. If I happened to use the bathroom on the way home, I went to like Kroger, like the gas station. I would stop somewhere and pee. If I had to go in the middle of the night, like if I had to drop a deuce, let's just say it that way, I just would wait till I go to work, or I would go to the gas station again or something like that. And then if I had to pee, if it's just like pee in the middle of the night or whatever, it might be gross, but I would pee in a cup, and like I poured it down the bathroom. I'm not sorry, not the bathroom. I poured down the tub or whatever, because I'm just like, yeah, I don't want this to be an issue, and like I'm not about to fight with you. That might be extreme to some people, but again, I'm coming from a very traumatized space where I'm used to always minimizing myself for impact, and I'm clearly at this point being an inconvenience to you, which is something that I never want to be. So I'm just gonna completely remove myself from even being a factor in what the fuck you have going on, because I don't want to hear your mouth. I'm not trying to like do this intentionally. It's literally just something that was ingrained in me. So at that moment, I was just like, yeah, I don't really think that this is somebody that I feel safe around, you know. And time and time again, she just kept showing me that I was not safe. Like, I'm spiritually not safe, I'm emotionally not safe here. And like, you know how people do that thing where like they ask you like, oh my god, how are you doing, da 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 da, if they see you down, it's like that fake level of concern. I always hated that shit, and I felt like I was getting a lot of that from them. It's like, you guys don't actually care about me. Like, you don't care about what I have going on. Because if you did, and you see that I, like, you claim to, we had a talk or whatever, and you claim to have seen that I was going through all these changes, and that everything was so different and whatever, then why didn't you say like, yo, what can I help you with? I feel like that is one of the things that I always have been very good at, is if I can see somebody is struggling with something, I'm not going to say, hey, how are you? What can I help you with? What do you need from me? That is far more effective than, are you okay? And maybe that just comes from my inner people pleaser, and like that's remnants of that. But again, to me, that's a far more effective way to actually get somebody to want to open up and to like really just say, hey, I see that you're struggling, so I'm not going to ask you if you're okay, because you're clearly not. What do you need help with so that I can help you and hopefully lighten your load and your burden in that way, to take this one little bitty thing off of your plate, so that's something that you don't have to think about, right? But again, that everybody just don't think like that, and I feel like I'm coming to realize that. All right, abrupt cut number 2, and like to you guys, this is an abrupt cut. This isn't an abrupt cut to you guys, but to me it is the second one. But like, I didn't mention it in this video, but I did mention it in my video yesterday, or whenever I posted the last one. But I definitely did catch one of the roommates, the one pretty much that this entire video is about. I definitely did catch her hanging out right outside of my bathroom one evening when I was coming out of the shower. And you know how people do that little bullshit spin move, like, oh, I wasn't just looking at you, da da da, just like turn their head real quick when they were creeping on you. It was one of those while she was standing right outside of my bathroom door. So again, like, it's just, there were a lot of things that happened to make me uncomfortable, and like they all added up until I literally couldn't take it no more, you know? So yeah. And I feel like the thing for me that really just solidified everything, I don't know if I talked about this or not, but like inviting a man to come and like stay at the house while you're out of town and you live in a house with all women is absolutely insanity to me. And it was at that moment that I realized, and I absolutely knew, these people don't give a fuck about me. They don't. You don't care, because how dare you invite a stranger to me? You know him. I have no idea who the fuck this man is. I met him for the first time the day before she left. And you invited him to come and stay in the house. Number one, you also allowed him to have company over. So not only is it this strange man in here, but he's bringing his strange friends over here. And now I'm stuck in my room for the entire 3, 4, 5 hours that they're here, because I'm afraid to even go out here with these big grown men. I'm little. I'm tiny. Okay, I'm tiny. I got muscles or whatever. They're not what they used to be. I don't work out regularly. I work out more now, but back then I was just getting back into the gym after having taken years off, okay? Just getting back in that shit. So to be in this space, in my space that I'm supposed to feel safe in, and you have a stranger coming in to take care of your cat, why didn't you just take the cat over there? Why didn't the cat go over there? He had to come over here. I get it. She's very particular. She got special needs or whatever the fuck. You could have found a different way to do this. There's definitely something different that could have happened, because again, this entire situation just screams you don't care about me. And I should have spoken up, and I should have said something before she left that I wasn't comfortable, but I don't know how to speak up for myself. This wasn't something that I was allowed to do growing up, and I'm just now learning that if I really want to get what I want in this world, I have to be I have to speak up. I have to say things. You know what I'm saying? And I'm loving on myself in that way, and trying to let me know that it's okay to like speak up for my needs. But in that moment, I felt so small and so insignificant, and I'm tired of feeling like that. And like all of these things kind of led up to this one moment, and that one moment was the thing that solidified it for me. And it played in the back of my mind over and over and over again. And like, until it was like, when it got to the point that it was literally the only thing that I could think about, like these people really don't care about me, I snapped. And I sent that message I sent the message in our group chat, and I was like, yo, look, I gotta go. I'm like, literally, I think it was May 30th, maybe May 31st. I was like, yeah, I'm leaving in the next couple of days. I can't do this. I can't live here with you guys anymore. It's nothing against you guys. I just cannot live somewhere that I don't feel safe. It's pretty much what I said, you know? And again, it was more that same bullshit of like, I said I would try to have the rent, or whatever. Still ain't got it, but I'll figure that shit out. Anyway, I was like, I'll have the rent for you guys, but I don't feel safe. And it was like, oh, thank you guys. Thank you so much for having the rent. And I'm sorry that you're going through this. I hope you can get the help that you need. You don't care. Like, you don't even want to know. You're not asking questions about why, what did I do? What was the issue? You don't care. You don't care. And I'm tired of being around and staying around people who clearly don't care about me. And because it just, like I said, it takes me back to what I have been going through. Maybe I didn't say this, but it just, like, going through all of this, having this experience, literally being around people who can actually see that there's something wrong and aren't trying to help. I guess it's not necessarily anybody else's job for me to like get the help that I need, but I'm such an empathetic person that if I'm around people and I see that they're struggling, like I said, I'm gonna try and do whatever I can to help, because I don't want to see you struggle. And I feel like my struggle has been such a spectacle to everybody in my life. It didn't matter where I was, whether I was in this situation here with them, whether it was when I was living with my uncle, living with my aunt, living with my brother. Everybody could see that emotionally I'm not okay. Mentally, I am not okay. Spiritually, I am fucking struggling. Rather than trying to help me with whatever it is, make things a little bit lighter in whatever way they can, it's always just, I feel like I said, my struggle has been a spectacle. It's like, I'm just gonna watch you struggle and I hope you get out of it, but at the end of the day, I don't like care too much as long as I get what I need from you. And that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool, because that's never been who I am. You know what I'm saying? That's not how I treat people. I really care about what is going on with folks. So much so that like anybody that I have like come into contact with, that I've had any type of intimate relationship with, they will tell you like, yo, Indigo gonna make sure that you're good with whatever. She's gonna offer help when she can. She's gonna ask how she can help. That's one of the things my manager said at the job that I just left. He told me that. He was like, yo, I'm so appreciative of you being here, because you asking people like what they need help with very much has fostered this sense of teamwork here that wasn't here. So I appreciate that you offer that up. I appreciate you offer yourself up just to make the environment better for everybody. That's me. That's me. I want everybody to be comfortable, to be healthy, and to be successful. And so I offer myself in that way. And to continue to be in these environments where clearly people don't care, I think for me, this was just my last straw. And this was the point that I said I have to stop doing this to myself. I have to stop staying at the fair too long. I fucking snapped and I said it. I'm upset with how I handled it, because I know I could have handled it better, but I'm not upset with myself for choosing me. I'm not. I had a long cry about it just this morning. I was like, I don't care what it looks like. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care what we go through in the process of healing this. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna always choose you. I told myself that. I'm gonna always choose you, because it seems like that's gonna be the only thing to get people to respect me the way I respect everybody, is me choosing myself first. I forgive myself for how this all played out. Like I said before, it's not fair. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to me. It's a fucked situation. But it is what it is. And in me growing and trying to be better, I have to also understand and give myself grace while taking accountability. I'm not gonna harbor on this. This is my last video on this because I am moving forward. Like, we can say that this is day 0. But I think I understand the path at least a little bit now, and the only way forward is within, and that is me always choosing myself first, analyzing situations to make sure that they are going to be 100% compatible for me. Because I'm not gonna lie, like, excuse me, I definitely chose this place out of desperation, like, through and through. I was sick of being where I was, living with my brother, sleeping on a cold floor, hip problems galore, drug deals going down around me. Like, I was sick of that environment. So I had to get out, and I definitely did. Like, this was the first thing that popped up, and I was like, I can afford that. It's really close to where I want to, it's right where I want to live. I can afford it. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? They seem nice enough. Like, let's do it. It seemed like it was a light environment, and I feel like it just seemed like that because it was a lot, like, the energy was just different from where I was. You know what I'm saying? And, like, they're not, like I said, I don't think I said this, but they're not bad people. This environment, it seemed like it was a lighter environment than what I was coming from. And I feel like in some ways it was, but it was also still a lot darker than who I actually am personally, and where I'm coming from, and where I'm learning and trying to come from when I interact with people. There's a depth that's actually lacking that I personally need in any kind of relationship that I'm going to have, you know? And I'm not one of those surface level spirituality woo-woo bitches. Like, I'm deep off in these spiritual trenches, actually doing the fucking work and examining myself. And when all this stuff started coming up for review, I just feel like there was no real care and consideration for me. It is what it is, you know? It's over, pretty much. I have a couple of things left at the house that I have to get, but it's little shit. If they throw it away, they throw it away. If they don't, cool, you know? I'll go pick it up. But I'm not gonna harbor on it and, like, my mistake. I see my mistake. I accept my mistake. And the only thing I can do now is move forward and make sure that I give this aspect of myself all of the love and the gentleness that she requires, so that I don't make this choice in the future. I'm not gonna call it a mistake. I need to look on this action and heal that aspect of myself that made this choice so, like, heal the aspect of myself that made this choice, and do my absolute best to show up differently in the future, you know? So yeah, that's it. That's all. Like I said, this is day 0. Tomorrow will be day 1. I'm turning my life around because I refuse to continue to allow this aspect of myself, this unhealed and these painful aspects of myself, to continue to make choices for me. I'm an adult now. Like, I'm an adult. I require adult things. I have big girl adult dreams, and if I want to be able to, like, actually pursue them, then I'm gonna have to heal the pain from the past, so that I can show up better for myself and for any body that I come into contact with. And, you know, who knows? I have always said I don't want children. I still to this day don't. But I understand that life is all about growth and change. And who's to say that in the future I won't want kids? I doubt that it will change. But again, you never know. And so if that is the case, that I happen to have a child in the future, then I think it's absolutely necessary that I heal these wounds, so that I'm not inflicting the same pain onto me that my parents have now left me with that I have to heal from, you know? Because I don't want, I'm trying to make the world a better place, like in the words of Michael Jackson, heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. Like, I really want to make the world better. Like, I really want to make the world better. So yeah, that's it. That's all the things. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for letting me rant a little bit. Thank you guys for like watching and not judging, because I don't mind my life being on display. I feel like the issue arises when people clearly see someone struggling, and rather than trying to offer any aid, it's like you judge what's happening. And I feel like that has been a lot. That's been every situation, is people watching and judging, watching and judging, watching and complaining, watching and talking about people who could have actually helped, refusing to do so. People who could help me understand what I was going through, what I was experiencing, why it wasn't right, etc., etc. Just, bro, where the fuck did all these people come from, gang? I was over here by myself, and now everybody is coming over here in the last, like, whatever. Anyway, I'm about to leave anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. It helps me out so much in this wonderful world of YouTube. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more from me. We're consistent. We're regular, baby. I said once a week, baby. Just about to do my, what, third video this week? Second? Something like that. I don't know. Whatever. We're rolling. We're here. We're in this thing. I'm now an open book. I'm sharing. So if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. It's about to get spicy. And follow me on my social media. I'll have all of that stuff linked down below. And yeah, I think that's it. That's all the things. I hope you all have a, oh wait, no, that's not. Check me out my Etsy shop. Making stuff is kind of hard, but I do have some places that I can go to make you guys body butters if you want them. So if you would like me to make you something, check me out on Etsy. Put your order in. I will definitely get that made for you and sent out. And yeah, that's it. That's all the things. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your day or night whenever you choose to watch this. All right, sorry guys about the abrupt cut. My phone ran out of storage. Hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your, all right, let me show. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day or night whenever you choose to watch this, and I will definitely catch you guys in the next one. Peace.